Yo, what's going on, everybody? I want to do this car start to finish. It's 475, it's black, so it shouldn't take too long. But I wanted to show you guys the flash times and stuff like that. So this is gonna be just like fully raw video, not much editing to it, alright? Here we go. I ran out of wheel covers, so I gotta use paper. I think the less things you have inside the booth, the cleaner the jobs may be. But that's just my opinion. But I feel like when you have a lot of stuff in the booth, everything collects dust, everything collects overspray. So therefore, your jobs come out dirtier. So I have a mixture here of water-based cleaner and degreaser. And it works really well. I've been trying it for about 2 weeks now. Because obviously there's some things that the water cleaner doesn't clean, and there's some things that the degreaser doesn't clean. So that's why I find it works really well. So you want to make sure that you're wiping with one and you're drying with the other. Because what happens is you wipe with this one and then this kind of spreads it around, and you got to get the stuff off the panel with the dry one. And try not to do such a big area, because then it starts drying on you and you don't want that. This car, they did a good job cleaning it, so it's nothing crazy. So another thing you want to do is you want to try to clean the paper as much as possible. So this is a carbon fiber spoiler that the customer wants us just to clear it. Because you know, usually carbon fiber parts are not, they're clear coated, but you can still see a lot of the imperfections of the carbon fiber. So now what I'll do is I'll wet it a little more, and I'll go over the paper just to make sure that if there's any dust and stuff on the paper, and I'm just cleaning it very well. And believe it or not, this makes a huge difference when you're painting a car. This makes a huge difference to getting a cleaner job, because even though you don't see the dust or whatever, it's still there, right? So you can see the outline of my hand on here. So believe it or not, that's very important. So I'm gonna blow and tack it, and I'm gonna go in one direction. And I'm obviously not gonna talk over the blower because the blower's loud. So, but I'm going to go in one direction. Every time you blow and tack, try to go in one direction, so everything can go to the same place, right? If you're not throwing stuff back and forth, and then you're gonna say, what the heck, this didn't work, right? So that's what works for me though, anyways. One of the cool things I like about this blower is that I've never hurt myself or anything like that blowing myself off. I could put this at full blast and put it against my hand and nothing will happen. Watch. And that's because it's got the blades. So the blades let the air go out. right? It doesn't just shoot the air straight, it dissipates it, if that's even a word. Anyways, blow in one direction. First coat, I'm gonna put the timer on. You wanna put it on light so you can see through it. You're not going for coverage on the first coat. And you always wanna make sure when you're blowing it to go up. A friend of mine came to see me, so I gave him my other blower with the better valve. But because of this chunky valve, when I take it out of my pocket, it gets caught in my pocket, and then I screw up and I drop it. So that's why I'm working on getting the better valve on these. You never want to blow towards the floor. So we'll give that 1 minute. So there you go, 1 minute. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 1 minute. I'm gonna reset that. Put another coat on. Now this coat's gonna be a little heavier. And every time you come here, you let go of the trigger. Every time you come here, you let go of the trigger. Or else you're gonna have big, heavy spots on the side. See, I'm letting go of the trigger. And obviously, it's a little bit more wet now because I want coverage. Put the timer on. This probably will take about 3 minutes. You don't want to put this directly to it because it'll take longer to dry. If you do it on an angle, it like extracts the water out of the paint. So it works really well. Sorry for screaming, guys. Sorry if I'm screaming. I don't know if you could hear me over the blower, so I'll stop talking over the blower. So as the paint dries, you can move in a little bit closer. So that's 1 minute and 40 seconds. A minute and 40 seconds. I hope you can see that. But anyway, so now what I'll do is I'm gonna tack it, right? And I'm gonna put on another I'm gonna put a light coat and then a control coat just to make sure it's covered, right? And I'm going the same way again, okay? Going a little bit farther now. Just like that. That's dry. Give that 1 minute. I'll let that flash off for 1 minute. Gonna lower my pressure to 18. One control coat. And that's it. I'm gonna leave that 5 minutes. We're gonna mix the clear and then we'll clear it. Probably less than 5 minutes, 2 minutes. But I like to leave the control coat to dry on its own. That way the metallics don't shift with the air. I'm using EC530 clear with ECH 8075 hardener and ECR75 reducer. That's what I'm using, PPG Environments High Performance. And I'm mixing 22 ounces, which I hope is enough, should be enough, we'll see. These things out, I don't trust them. If you could save one nib from going on your paint job, then it's worth it. Where's my clear gun? Oh no, I left it in here. No good. In a Iwata WS 400 Evo, and it's got a 1.4 tip on it. I love this gun. I've been using it for a long time now. So that's what we're using, and we're going to spray around 35 psi. So it's been 5 minutes and 45 seconds. It's been almost 6 minutes, right? So that's flashed off and we're ready to go. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but right there, it's where the pattern starts falling apart. So that's where you want it. That's the sweet spot. I'm gonna put a light coat on this because I don't know what's on here. So by putting a light coat, I'm just putting some insurance on there. And then this, I know what's on there, so I can go ahead and do whatever I want. always go off the panel. You see how far off I go? Right? I go off the panel and then I clear it here. I clear it here because that's going to give you a cleaner job. Believe it or not, that's going to give you a cleaner job. So we're going to leave this 10 minutes and then we'll put on the second coat. 10 minutes pass by. You want to make sure you blow yourself off before you put on the second coat of clear, right? Because if you're walking around or doing something else, you want to make sure that you're clean before going in there, all right? Actually, don't do that. That's not safe. Blow yourself off somehow. Go, looks good. So there you have it. Looks very clean. One nib right there. See if I can find some more. Seems like that's the only nib there. So fairly clean job. I'll put the flash times that I did for this job on the description. There's the spoiler there. So a few key things when it comes to clearing. Want to make sure, read whatever sheet, whatever product you're using. Just read the TDA sheet, right? The technical data sheet, so you can see what is it that the product needs, right? And the flash times and stuff like that. This clear that I'm using, I did the one coat, medium wet coat, as you saw, and then 10 minutes later, another coat, same way, medium wet. If you want to go a little heavier, that's fine. But now we're gonna bake it right away, because that way it's gonna hold that shine nicely. So we're gonna bake it at 30 minutes, 164, and we don't want any airflow, so we want the blowers off. And we're gonna do 164, but the car's actually only gonna get to 145, 150. Okay, and then that's it. So we mixed about 21 ounces because I over poured a little bit on the clear, and then we barely have any left. So I hope that's helpful, guys. Until next time, God bless you, and I am so glad that you have watched this far, and I'm so grateful. I truly am. So Take care. I hope that you find some value out of this video. I thought I would make it a little bit different, and I got some good feedback before from the M3 video. If you haven't watched that video, watch that video, the M3 matte clear. So I hope you find this video useful. All right, guys, take care. God bless. Oh, another thing, I want you guys to know that I am not sponsored by anybody. I don't get paid by anybody other than my job. So I want you to understand something, that if I ask for your support, it's for a reason. And I don't think I'll ever have, for example, PPG sponsor me monetary, because that's just not what I want to do. I want to create value to you guys through non-biased opinions, right? Obviously I spray PPG, so that's what I use. If we were to switch tomorrow to something else, I would start making videos on that. So that's what I do right now, and that's what I'll continue to do as far as I can. So if you know, I ask that you hopefully can go over to the website and purchase a blower, or purchase a decal or sticker or something like that, and just know that I truly appreciate that. I truly appreciate that you do that, and that you go and you support me. Because if you get anything out of these videos, then I would hope that you would reciprocate and try to support me in any way possible. So that's just my opinion. Guys, take care. God bless. Again, I hope to see you soon, and until next time, keep kicking butt. Take care.